This is the Injury Report, presented by NYU Langone Health. So earlier this week, the Jets announced that rookie offensive lineman Olu Fashanu is done for the year after he suffered a plantar fascia injury in the team's previous game. So what does this mean for Gang Green's 2024 first-round pick? We're going to break it down and answer that question on this week's Injury Report. And joining me to help with that is Dr. Mark Grossman. He's a sports orthopedic surgeon with NYU Langone. Dr. Grossman, how you doing? Happy holidays. How's everything going?
Happy holidays to you. Everything is good.
Good. Glad everything is well. Plantar fascia, maybe not the happiest holiday gift that Olu Fashanu could have experienced, but let's start with this. For those who've never experienced that injury, what exactly is plantar fasciitis and how does it develop?
Well, plantar fasciitis is actually inflammation of the plantar fascia. It's a cord-like structure that runs from the heel to the toes. And like many other structures, when we do overuse, they tend to shorten. And when they become shortened, they become painful.
Yeah, and when it becomes painful, that is very difficult for players, athletes to play. It's just difficult to even walk, right? So when you look at that, is this something that Olu Fashanu could play through if the Jets were still in the playoff hunt? They are not right now, obviously, but if they were, is this something he could play through?
Well, it is possible, but people equate it to having like walking on a marble. It's very painful, so I don't think he'd be playing his best. Plus, there is a risk of rupture, which obviously this plantar fascia helps maintain your arch, so it wouldn't be optimal, obviously, to rupture it. But it is more of a comfort thing. So if you're playing with a marble under your heel, probably won't play pretty good.
Yeah, I would think you would not play pretty good at all, and honestly, that sounds very, very uncomfortable. As of now, the Jets are saying this, that he won't need surgery, but that it is a possibility. What, if he does have surgery, what would that surgery do and how would that help him in the short and long term?
Well, the majority of cases do well with conservative treatment. So rest, anti-inflammatories, stretching. The famous stretch is either going to the wall and doing a heel stretch, as well as people stretch by rolling your plantar fascia of your foot over a tennis ball. Some people even add a frozen water bottle to take down the inflammation. But the majority of people do well with this, but it may take a long time. Surgery also could take a long time. Surgery involves either open or endoscopic using small incisions to actually release the plantar fascia. So that could take, anywhere from a 6-month recovery. But when most people do better, it may be better to maintain your arch and not release it, especially in a professional athlete.
Okay, so something he could be dealing with going forward. And this is the question I was going to ask you here is, with that, the fact that if he has surgery, the recovery could take a great deal of time, is this now something, he's got this plantar fascia injury, is this something that he's going to have to deal with going forward throughout the rest of his career, and could it actually get worse?
It may. However, most people, again, do get better. And I think if he gets on an extensive stretching and with the rest after the season, hopefully he'll be able to come back strong next year.
Yeah, that is the hope for the Jets and their fans. Now, this can be a relatively common problem that we see, an injury that we see throughout sports for non-athletes, because most of the folks watching this are not athletes, high-level athletes like Olu Fashanu. But what is the treatment process like for non-athletes, and how does it differ from what a professional athlete is going through with the plantar fascia injury?
Yeah, great question. But the treatment is actually the same. Anti-inflammatories, rest, stretching. Sometimes we do injections. And a last resort would be surgery. But really, the treatment would be the same.
All right. So if you have a plantar fascia injury, treatment is not much different than what Olu Fashanu might be doing, depending whether he has surgery or not. We'll see what happens with the Jets' 2024 first-round pick. That is Dr. Mark Grossman with NYU Langone, a great sports orthopedic surgeon with them. Dr. Grossman, thank you for joining me on the Injury Report. I appreciate it.
Oh, thank you so much. I enjoyed it.